Welcome to the Judith TV show. Form, today's hottest celebrity relationship gist, secret romances exposed, shocking breakups shaking the internet, and couples everyone is talking about. Which gist do you believe? And which is just hype? Stay tuned for more. Welcome to the Judith TV show.
First, it's no longer breaking news that Peggy and actress Peggy Ovire and actor Frederick Leonard, her husband, that they're no longer together. It's no longer breaking news. The news and the story is all over the social media. And then I think actor Frederick himself has confirmed it. Story has it that I don't know what was the problem between them this time around, but there have been times in the past when a rumor will always be that they have gone their separate ways, and at the end of the day they'll still be together. In fact, I recall one time that such a story came up, and then the next one we saw both of them on a vacation, I think in Mexico, where there was another time that the story came up that we now saw Peggy marking, I think, a 44th birthday of her husband Frederick. Took him by surprise while he was on set, shooting a movie with the rest of the crew. So she planned it. So it was just a surprise big day party he did for him, just to wish him a happy birthday and then just to make his day special. And then so this time around, I took my time to be sure that, not that we are praying for this to happen, but, to be that, this time around, they are telling us that they've decided to go their separate ways. Well, story has it that Frederick, asked her to leave the house, asked his wife, that's Peggy, to leave the house, and that Peggy has actually left his house. And then there were allegations and counter allegations, everything borders on infidelity. But I saw where Frederick, on the part of Peggy, that is accusing, I don't know whether she was the one that said that or people quoted her. Because there was a story she posted of somebody who was a married man who was sleeping with a married woman and lied to his wife and all that. But she didn't mention Frederick's name. She didn't mention her own names. People now started relating it to her own story, that probably it could be her story that she's telling. But I think I saw another post by Frederick himself where he was saying that his wife is too English, that she doesn't observe the tradition of whatever tradition, that his wife is too English. Very funny. And this is supposed to be somebody you dated for some years before you guys got married. It's now becoming too English for you. When something wants to happen, or somebody wants to, like, there will always be one or two reasons. Oh, she didn't sweep the house very well. Oh, she wakes up so very late. Oh, she doesn't clean the house. Oh, this, that, that. But the one she loves, or even when down doesn't clean the house, they will get a maid for the person to be doing it. A helper. Friends, this is the Judy TV show. Don't forget that. And in here, I talk about marriage and marriage related trending issues. And my name is Judith, with a little touch of Ifeanyi, just a little touch like that. Okay. So, what I was just saying is that, this time around that these people have decided to go their separate ways. Well, that's rather unfortunate what is playing out there, because I thought they would be able to weather the storm. I think they went out together for like 6 years or something. I'm not certain now, but theirs wasn't love at first sight. They dated for some time before they finally got married. And I recall the video of their traditional marriage where Peggy knelt down, was praising him, saying the kind of man he is, and the kind of a thing. And then, just expressing that she loves him, and then Frederick was all smiles and all that, because his ego is being massaged and all. Maybe that was what he now said. Only for him now to come and say that this person is too English, the very person that knelt down and was, hailing a man, publicly on their traditional marriage wedding day, has suddenly now become too English, that she does. I don't know. I just cannot get it. But I think it's just when somebody has made up his or her mind that this is the way they want to go. And that's why I said it's rather very unfortunate. I don't know why marriages are breaking this way that they're breaking. I keep on saying that the only thing I stand against and I will continue to stand against in marital relationship is when it becomes, it turns to domestic violence, especially when the man starts beating the woman or even when the woman starts becoming violent about that. Because I lately got to understand that there are some men also that are suffering domestic violence. Their percentage might not be more, might not be much, but they are, but it's more on the side of the women. That is the men against the women. So that's the only thing I stand against. But this other challenges here and there, I think it can always be sorted out. But one thing I like about the whole thing is that I don't think Peggy has come out to say anything indicting the guy or rubbishing him or running him down. And Peggy, to be honest, if you will agree with me, I appreciate that of you. If you will agree with me, please don't do that. Okay? Walk away. If he had asked you to leave his house and you left quietly without anybody knowing, except for now, I don't know what brought it up, how people now got to know. If you'll agree with me, please don't run him down on the social media. Don't come and say what he did. Don't come and say how bad he was to you. Don't come and tell anybody, because you are not going to score any goal doing that. Okay? Walk away in stillness and in quietness, and hand over everything to God. He knows how to sort it out. He knows how to. I've seen people that well, no, I will not agree. I'm not going to agree. I'm not going to agree. At the end of the day, after some years, somebody now started agreeing. Somebody now discovered that, oh, this person after all is a jewel I have out there. So I don't want to leave. I don't want to let go like that and everything. At the end of the day, they made up. So keep your mind open-ended in the sense that if he comes back for reconciliation, genuinely remorseful for how he treated you, because asking you to leave the house is like, it's no. It's not a proper thing to do. It's disrespectful for somebody that you went to her place and married, and then there's no tangible thing that you're seeing except for the fact that she's too English. I mean, I don't even understand that. That's why I said I recall the video of when they did their traditional marriage, how this lady knelt down and was, talking about Frederick in such a positive way, how wonderful a person he is, a wonderful a man he is, and he was just saying, she was just saying a lot of good things about Frederick. So for this one that is now that she's too English, I really do not understand that aspect. But Peggy, um, just allow God to handle this for you, whichever way God says it should go. Okay, if God brings him back to apologize and realizing that the way he handled one or two things was wrong, please find it in your heart to forgive and move on with him. But if God also decides, who knows your tomorrow, who knows your next 10 years, who knows your next 20 years, if he decides that it's somebody else he wants to bring to you, that is no longer this guy, don't lock out God, in whatever thing he might, or whoever they might want to bring your way. Because I know that when I saw that birthday that you did, I made a video and I was really, really hailing you, because it's not every lady that would do that. But you did that surprise birthday party in such a wonderful way. He was upstairs, and every other person, I think you got them the same t-shirts and everything. Every other person, was downstairs. Everything was arranged there, and then somebody held him upstairs. When you guys were now ready, they now went and called him for him to now come down. He now come down and made the surprise and everything. And he was so thrilled. But for this thing to now turn out to be this way, that's just what I want to say. Uncle Chairman, Actor Frederick, well, if this is the way that you want to end it, that except if there's any other thing, okay, you don't need to come and tell us on the social media. But I don't think both of you are so immature that whatever thing it is cannot be sorted out. You guys just got married. I don't know how many years you're in marriage. A lot of people are 18, 10, 20, 25, 30 years in marriage. I don't know how long yours is. That whatever thing that is the problem cannot be discussed by both of you being matured adults and then sort things out. Okay. But if you have decided to end it this way, well, in all things we give God thanks. God knows the best. But all I'm going to tell you is that, if this lady did not offend you, as for the way you asked her to leave the house, that is if it is true, because that's the story, the narrative or the aspect that I read about. If it is true that you asked her to leave the house without considering that this person also has her fans, this person is also a celebrity, and they just ask you to live like that, I don't think it's a very respectful one. If you have daughters, if you have sisters, and they are treated that way, I am certain that you will not like that. And I also saw a post made by somebody where the person was accusing you, aside Stanley on top, that said one or two things and all that, allegedly that they were twins somewhere and so on and so forth, But I saw a post made by another person who was now saying that actor Frederick Leonard told some producers that if they decide to use Peggy for any movie that they're producing, that he will not work with them. That's rather petty. That's rather petty. If you have ever opened your mouth to tell this lady that I love you, no matter what has happened, if you have ever had soft spot for her, if she had ever at any point in time respected you and made you feel like a full man that you are, and then this is not the way you go about it, I think it's rather petty. If for any reason, but both of you as adults that you are decided that look, we cannot go on with this, going about it peacefully, is the most responsible thing to do. But now giving conditions to producers that if they work with her, that you will not, even if it's another movie, that you no longer work with them. I don't know. That's so petty. That's so petty. I don't know what led to that, what had made it got to this point, okay? But I think it's so petty to, take that angle or come from that angle. So, in all, Peggy, my sister, I'm just telling you that you're not less a woman. You're a wonderful person. You're a beautiful lady. You're a good person. Nobody is perfect. So, whatever thing that is your fault as a human being, take it to God in prayers. Tell God all that happened. Instead of telling it to us on social media, tell it to God, because He's the only one that knows how to sort you out. He's the only one that knows how to do whatever thing He will give you, whoever that He will give to you. If it is no longer Frederick that is His choice for you or that He wants for you, He is the only person that will give you who He will give for you. You have absolute peace about it. This peace that you cannot describe. You will have absolute peace about it, and yours will be a blissful marriage. That's why I'm saying I'm referring you back to God. Forget about coming on social media to respond to anything. If it says don't work with producers, you say look at somebody who said but you run down the other. But please don't do just like this church or church that this famous of a man is doing and all that, which I find very irresponsible, because I don't understand how you say a lady is your bestie, and whatever thing a lady did for over 1 year, you were bearing grudges, and now you are just exploding like that. I saw a recent one where he was saying, if I open my mouth, you will run out from your marriage and all that. Maybe he's also tired of his own, so that if he then runs out from her own, then maybe she will want to pay back so that your own will run out. Maybe he's tired of the Ghanaian lady or something. Anyways, the point I'm making here is not about the famous of a man. It is about you, Peggy, and Frederick. So, like I said, my personal opinion, please don't run to the social media to run anything. Don't go and push any narrative there, okay? Be still and know that God is God. God is God. He sees your heart. He sees everything, okay? He will make it up to you. He will sort you out. God will sort you out, definitely. Because I don't like the idea when I hear that He asks you to leave the house and everything. I mean, I just didn't like that, no matter what, okay? There could have been a better way. Most men would even walk out and leave the lady at home so that when you are tired, then you can now. But asking you to leave the house, I don't think that's the best. However, please don't come out and run him down. Leave God to handle it. God knows the story. He knows how he's standing. Whatever motive that is hidden, whatever, if there's any person that is having or had twins for him or whatever, just be cool about it. It hurts, but the only person that can heal you, the only person that can hold you and wipe away your tears, and He will wipe it away for good and for the best, is only God. So run to God at this particular point in time, okay? That's just my candid advice about this, because I saw it and I was like, oh, finally, these people are still, this back and forth. So that's all I have to say. Like I said to Actor Frederick, whatever thing you do to this lady, just know that it's a seed, okay? You don't have to be petty asking producer. That is if it is true anyway, because I didn't hear you say that. I didn't see a post from you with regards to that. But if it is true that you said that the producers that work with her, if they chose to work with her, that they should forget about you, having anything to do with you as far as the movie industry is concerned, I don't think that is right. It's rather petty. However, there's still room for reconciliation, okay? You both, now that you're separated, should give yourselves time, pray about it and allow God to heal both of you. If it is still His will that both of you will come back together in your best form as man and wife, oh well and fine. But if God decides to, like, you know, sort it out another way altogether, it's all up to Him. We all look up to Him because He faileth not, He lieth not, and He changeth not. And that is why He's God and He remains God forever. And wherever He is, nothing gets out of control. Absolutely nothing gets out of control. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have to say to Frederick, Leonard, and Peggy, actress Peggy Ovire. Yes, I got it right. I used to think whether it's Ovire or Ovire. It's Ovire. So that's what I have to say to them. Please let me know your thoughts at the comment section. What do you have for them? So that we'll further the conversation there as usual. But please remember to keep it civil. And then whoever that you feel that is at fault, please don't insult. Okay, nobody has a monopoly of knowledge. Okay, they're all humans after all, just as we are. On that note, I'd like to end this video. Thank you guys for always watching my videos. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.